What's up guys, Shane Starnes here. In this video, I'm going to be upgrading my father-in-law's security camera system. We're going to be taking a look at the all-new Eufy S330. It is a 2-camera kit that includes a home base 3 plus 2 Eufy Cam 3s. This is a really awesome 4K solar-powered setup. Big shout-outs to Eufy for sponsoring this video. Let's go ahead and get started. First up, let's go ahead and get this out of the box and see what all we're working with. Right up front, we have our home base. With the option for expandable storage, Eufy also sent out this SSD, so you can have tons of storage on this little home base. And then we have both of our cameras, solar panel up top, 4K lens with the spotlight. You've got your speaker there with microphones for two-way communication. And then you've got your sync button on the back. There's a little charge port here so you can charge up that 365-day battery. And then just a quick little connection point here for the mount. 4K Eufy security. I can't wait to see the quality coming out of these cameras. We get 2 of these in the package that they sent out. Let's go ahead and continue the unboxing process here. We've got 2 of our mounts here so we can get the perfect angle. We've got a few positioning cards here that's going to help us to get the perfect mount for the camera. We've got our contact here with all the important information on how to get in touch with customer service. Sticker here letting everyone know that our house is secured by Eufy. And then we do have a quick start guide and manual. We've got our hardware mounting kit to get the cameras mounted, and then you have some screws and an ejection tool for the hard drive. Here's the AC adapter for the home base. Then we've got a data cable to get that home base connected, wired to the internet, and we have a USB-C cable as well. First up, let's go ahead and get the home base set up. So we're just gonna kind of push this down to remove the lid. Then there is one small set screw here that keeps this in place. We should just be able to pull the frame out there. Next up, we'll go ahead and insert our hard drive into the bracket. There's really only one way that this can go. You've got your pin connectors should be face down, and then all of your little screw holes should line up. And with this being a 4K camera system, I really do think it's important that you do get yourself a high capacity SSD to install into the home base here. This is a 1 terabyte drive, and that should be plenty. All right, once everything is in place, we'll go ahead and drop this back in, push it in place, and return to set screw. Next up, let's go ahead and set up the home base. So we need to go ahead and power this up. So we will plug in our power, and then we're gonna connect this with an Ethernet directly to our router. We should be able to just follow the on-screen instructions from the application to get everything added. So we'll add device. This is the home base 3, and we'll go ahead and add new home. Next, we're going to set up the Wi-Fi, and it's already blinking blue, so we'll go next. So scan the QR code at the bottom of the home base, right there.
Home base has received a pairing request. Press the sync button on the back to accept it.
Okay, we'll go ahead and press the sync button on the back. Now that we have the home base set up, let's go ahead and add the cameras. We're looking for this S330 Eufy Cam. Next, so that we need to have the home base and the camera within 1 meter of each other.
Press the sync button until you hear the beep.
All right, we press the sync button until we hear the beep.
Ready to add device. Device was added successfully.
Okay, just like that. This was added successfully. All right, and there we are. We're all connected. Because the cameras were totally wire-free, it only took, 10 or 15 minutes to get each camera mounted. Eufy included a mounting guide sticker and all the hardware necessary to just make installing this super easy. The application even walks you through the camera mounting process and gives you tips and pointers on the best coverage and things like that. Definitely an easy process, and I think anybody could get these cameras installed. I didn't really think that the image quality of the Eufy lineup could get any better. I actually have the Floodlight Cam 2 Pro system at my house. I've got 2 of those, and I also have the Eufy 2-camera doorbell. Those are 2K cameras, and they are amazing quality. But Eufy has stepped it up a notch further. Now you've got 4K quality on the Eufy Cam 3 setup. And believe it or not, it actually makes a world of difference. With this 4K, the main difference is that you're going to be able to focus in on objects that are further away. You can actually zoom in on objects, so maybe if there's somebody there wearing a name tag, or maybe there's a logo on a company vehicle, maybe you want to be able to see what the license plate is. If you've got an intruder, they're leaving, you want to be able to zoom in and see what that license plate number is. With the 4K camera, you can actually zoom in 8 times, and this has some great processing abilities that actually can make that image look really good even at 8 by zoom. You're going to be able to see a license plate from up to 33 feet away very clearly with that 4K resolution. These cameras also produce a great picture whether it's daytime or nighttime. This does have built-in infrared sensors for night vision. This also includes a built-in starlight sensor and an f1.4 aperture, which lets in all the available light. You're going to be able to get color images even when it's nighttime outside. The camera also features a motion activated spotlight, which can be helpful if you're getting out of your car. It can help to illuminate the path. It can also alert intruders that there's a camera there. As that spotlight is turned on, they'll realize they're being watched and hopefully just flee the scene. When it comes to battery life, you really just don't have to worry about battery life with these cameras. You get 365 days of use on a single charge thanks to the included 13,000 milliamp hour battery on each of these cameras. And all you need to keep that battery charged forever is 2 hours of direct sunlight thanks to the solar panels. You're pretty much never going to need to climb a ladder and retrieve your cameras for charging overnight ever again, which is great because when you're charging your cameras inside, that means your property is not monitored. So being able to have that unlimited charge is definitely a great feature. This also features IP67 water resistance. You don't have to worry about this being mounted outdoors. It is resistant to water from the rain. This can handle rain, dust, and even cold temperatures as low as -4 degrees Fahrenheit. Bionic Mind is a new artificial intelligence feature included with the Eufy Cam 3 system, which includes facial recognition and can determine if someone is a family member, a friend, or a stranger. The facial recognition is up to 99.9% accurate, and with the self-learning AI, it gets better over time. This is very useful in your notification settings. This can help to eliminate false alarms. You can actually set your notifications up to only alert you when somebody that you don't know has approached your property. Another great feature of all Eufy products is that you don't have to pay a monthly fee to store your videos and have access to video history or recorded history. This includes 16 gigabytes of onboard storage, which is good for 3 months of recorded history. You can actually save years of recorded history thanks to the ability to add up to 16 terabytes of storage to the Homebase 3. And I love the fact that they do have the expandable storage option here because you are recording in 4K. Those 4K files are much larger, and being able to expand that storage just means you're going to be able to record 4K high quality video for years to come. This works with 3 stages of military grade encryption, so your video files are only accessible by you. I just love how all the Eufy cameras and products work well together. You can just kind of mix and match all of these and control them from the centralized application. If you're looking to upgrade your security camera system and you want the best video quality possible with the local storage and unlimited battery life, the Eufy Cam 3 is definitely the kit to go with. Let's take a moment to check out the app, and you've got a few options here. We'll go to settings. You can see here that you have your Wi-Fi connection, and you can also see your battery life indicator there. It's currently charging with a power supply, but it also gives an indication of whether or not it's charging through solar. You've got your motion detection settings here. You can enable it or disable it. You've got human detection, vehicle, pet detection, and all other motions. And then you have a sensitivity range that you can set there as well. You can also set up activity zones. Your camera will kind of cycle through those different zones. So if there's particular places, maybe you've got a shed in the backyard or you've got a lawnmower parked somewhere, you can set this up to scroll through the different activity zones. And then you can turn motion detection off altogether. You also have a power manager option here. You've got a few options here. Optimal surveillance gives you 60-second clips. Optimal battery life gives you 20-second clips, and then you can customize your recordings. You can change the battery or external solar panel for the supply. You've got solar dashboard here, so these do include solar chargers. This is going to give you a rundown of all the power that's been generated and the charging efficiency and stuff through those solar panels. Let's take a look at the spotlight settings here. You can turn it on or off. This is motion activated, so if somebody approaches, it will turn on the spotlight, and you can change that from low, medium, or high brightness. You've got anti-theft detection, so this camera can detect when someone has removed it from the premise and let you know if this is being tampered with, so you can turn that on or off. You've got video settings here. You can choose to have a timestamp or timestamp and logo, or none of the above. You can choose your streaming quality. This is what it's going to actually feed you in your application. You can set it to auto. It will make the determination on quality based on your internet connection, or you can set it to always stream at 4K or always stream at different levels. The recording quality is not affected by your internet speed, but if you only have the included 16 gigabytes of storage and you haven't installed an SSD, you may want to go with full HD or 2K. If you have installed an SSD, then probably stick with that Ultra 4K. You've got night vision settings here. You can turn it off completely. You can do traditional black and white night vision plus color night vision, so it will actually turn on the spotlight and record, or you can do color night vision only, so it will record with the spotlight when motion's detected. You've also got some privacy zone. This will allow you to block the camera from seeing certain areas. So if your neighbor needs privacy, if you want to give your neighbor privacy, you can block those areas. There are some audio settings here. You can choose to turn on or off the microphone, audio recording, and speaker, and you can set the speaker volume. So with your notifications, you've got a few options here for when you want to be notified and whether or not you want a thumbnail with an image, and then you've got motion alerts here. Let's go ahead and launch the video. We have a few more options within the video. So I'm currently recording and streaming in 4K. If I tap this button, that will begin to record. If I tap this button, that's going to give me a screenshot. If I hold this button, I can actually do my two-way communication. So if there's someone that approaches my property and I've got them on camera, I can press and hold that for two-way communication. And then you've got a mute button. So if when you launch the application, if it's not muted, you will begin to hear what's going on. You can choose to mute it there if you're in a public space. And then you have some more settings here. You can turn on your spotlight right here from the app. There's also an alarm. So if there is an intruder and you want to startle them, you can press that button. That will send off the alarm. I'm not going to do it now for obvious reasons. Actually, no, we'll go ahead and do it real quick. All right, so that's the alarm, and then you can choose your night vision right here from the video screen, and then you have access to your recorded history from this button. So this is going to bring up all your recordings throughout the day. If you wanted to play back a recording, just tap it, and then that's going to begin to play back that clip, and you guys can see that's really great quality. This room is actually, I've got all the lights turned off except for my studio lights. So the room's pretty dim in here, and we're getting great results on the camera. You can also expand the screen here. And then with this being a 4K camera, you can get pretty good images even when you zoom in. So you're still getting a good bit of detail here. Maybe there's a license plate or something like that. And it looks like it's actually enhancing the photo too. Maybe if there's someone in your yard, they've got a name tag. Let's take a look at this. All right, so there's a graphic there. You can see that you would actually be able to get really great detail on a logo, or maybe there's a logo on the side of a truck. Let's do it to this comic book. Yeah, so with that 4K, that's really the benefit there of 4K, is you're going to be able to get tons of detail even when you zoom in. All right, guys, that about wraps it up for this video. I'll be sure to include links in the description of where you can pick up your Eufy Cam 3 kit today. Thanks, guys, for watching. Be blessed. I'll see you in the next one.